தமிழ் என் தமிழ் என்ற தலைப்பில் ஏட்டிக்கு போட்டி ஏட்டைக்கு போட்டி என்ற சில தகவல்கள் கொடுத்தேன். இந்த வாரம் இன் தமிழ் நம் தமிழ் படி ஞாயிறு அப்படின்னு கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? படி ஞாயிறு அந்த வார்த்தை. சரி, அதை பத்தி சில தகவல்கள். தமிழ் தென்னிந்திய மொழிகளில் தலையானது, நமக்கு தெரியும். 7-8 நூற்றாண்டுகளுக்கு தனி மொழியாக இருந்தது மலையாளம். அது தமிழிலிருந்து பிரிந்ததாக சொல்லப்படுகிறது. அதை அரை தமிழாகவே சொல்கிறார். கேரளால பொன் தமிழ்னு வாங்கத. தமிழில் அருகி போன செம்மையான சொற்கள் இன்றும் மலையாளத்தில் வழங்கப்படுகின்றன. எடுத்துக்காட்டு இந்த வார்த்தை படி ஞாயிறு. தமிழ்ல இப்போ வழக்கில் இல்லை அது, ஆனால் மலையாள மொழியில் வழங்குகிறார்கள். சூரியன் மேற்கில் படுகிறது. பனித்துளி மெல்ல இறங்கி இலையில் படிவதை போன்ற செயல் அது. நம்ம தமிழ் மாநிலத்துல பரிதி ஞாயிறு மேற்கில் விழுவதை காண்பது அரிது. நமக்கு மேற்கே கடல் இல்லை, அதனால் மறையும் கதிரவனை நாம் மறந்து விட்டோம். அதனை அந்த தமிழ் சொல் பயன்பாட்டு அருகி போய்விட்டது. தோன்றும் கதிரவனை எழுஞாயிறு என்று சொல்கிறோம், அதனை எழுஞாயிறு என்று சொல்கிறோம். உதயசூரியன் என்னும் சொல்லும் வழக்கத்தில் உள்ளது. ஆனா உதயம்ன்றது இந்த வடமொழி சொல்லுவாங்க. சூரியன்னு கூட வடமொழின்னு சொல்றது உண்டு, மொழிச்சொல்னு. ஆனா சுர் என்று வெம்மை குறிப்பிலிருந்தே சூரியன் என்ற சொல் தோன்றுவதாக பாவாணர் கூறுவர். எழுஞாயிறுக்கு படிஞாயிறு ஒரு பொருத்தமான எதிர் சொல். இத்தகைய தமிழின் அழகிய சொற்கள் மலையாளத்தில் காணப்படுகின்றன. ஆற்றை குறிக்கும் புழை என்பது அங்கே பொது சொல். எப்படி நம்ம இங்க சேயாறு அடையாறு என்பது போல அங்கே ஆலப்புழை என்கிறார்கள். மலையாளத்தில் இன்னொரு இது கூட இருக்கு, ஊனு கழிச்சோன்னுவாங்க என்பது மலையாளத்தில் சாப்பிட்டாச்சா அப்படின்னு வினவுவது. இதில் வரும் ஊன் என்பது உணவை குறிக்கும் தமிழ் சொல். இது இன்றைய படி ஞாயிறு. ஒரு விட்டு போன ஒரு செயல் உள்ளது. 2 கூட்டங்களுக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம ஆஃபீஸ் பேரர்ஸ் இன்ஸ்டலேஷன் பண்ணோம். அதுல 2 மெம்பர் தான் இருந்தாங்க, மற்ற மெம்பர் இல்லை. நானும் பிபி சுகந்தியும் இன்ஸ்டால் செய்யப்பட்டோம். இன்னைக்கு எல்லா மெம்பர்கள் இருக்கிறாங்க. அதனால முதல்ல நம்ம அந்த பேலன்ஸ் போர்ஷன் ஆஃப் இன்ஸ்டலேஷன் ப்ராசஸை முடிச்சிருவோம். இதை செய்து கொடுக்குமாறு நமது டிடிஎம் சம்பத் சௌரியராஜன் அவர்களை அழைக்கிறேன். சம்பத் அவர்களுக்கு ஏற்கனவே அனுப்பிவிட்டேன் யார் அந்த 5 நபர்கள் என்று. விபி பிஆர், விபி மெம்பர்ஷிப், செக்ரட்டரி, ட்ரெஷரர் அண்ட் சார்ஜ் அட்டாச். மேடை உங்களது சம்பத் அவர்களே.
குட் ஆஃப்டர்நூன், மாலை வணக்கம். Am I audible?
Yes. You are audible.
Okay, today let us start from Sergeant at Arms. Today's Sergeant at Arms is, actually I have not noted the names. President can help me again. Sergeant at Arms.
Toastmaster Maithili.
Treasurer. Treasurer.
Vidurar.
Dual role. Treasurer Vidurar.
Secretary Selvam. VPPR
Vidurar. I'm sorry, VPPR Srilata. Membership Vidurar. Vidurarku matram dual role.
Nandri. So we have already installed 2 of the posts, the less important posts of President and VP Education are already installed. Let us today come to the more important post. The most important one is the Sergeant at Arms. We have already discharged the previous committee, so directly I am going for installing the new committee members. So Sergeant at Arms is Toastmaster Maithili. Are you present?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. So with the symbolic and imaginary gavel in your hand, please listen to me and say whether you agree to take up this responsibility at the end. Sergeant at Arms, as Sergeant at Arms, you keep club's physical property such as the banner, lectern, timing device, and other meeting materials. You arrive early to prepare the meeting place for the members and stay late to store all the club's equipment. You are also in charge of the meeting place itself, obtaining a new space when necessary, and maintaining contact with the people who allow you to use that place for the club meeting. The Sergeant at Arms also has a role to play during the business meetings, speech contests, and club meetings. For example, Sergeant at Arms escorts the potential new members from outside to the club meetings during the inductions. During regular club meetings, Sergeant at Arms is the first one to greet and receive the assembly of persons who have come there, and then tell them the mission of the club and tell them the guidance, that is so-called courtesy rules that we follow during the meeting in order to conduct the meeting in a smooth manner. So as Sergeant at Arms, do you undertake to fulfill these responsibilities to the maximum of your capabilities?
Yes, sir. I take the responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I shall call the treasurer. Treasurer is Toastmaster Vidurat. As treasurer, Toastmaster Vidurat, where are you?
Yes, sir.
Spotlighted here?
No, there has been none.
Yes, Toastmaster Vidurat, you are the club's accountant. You manage the club's bank account, writing checks as approved by the executive committee, and depositing membership dues and payments and other club revenues. You are also in charge of submitting the membership dues and payments to the world headquarters, along with the names, etc. of the new members, filling necessary tax documents, keeping timely, accurate, up-to-date financial records for the club. Though the treasurer's duties are usually not the most demanding of all the club leadership positions, I don't agree with this here. Sometimes it is more demanding than anything else. The consequences of the members to the members can be serious when they are not completed in time. So do you as treasurer undertake to fulfill these responsibilities to the best of your capabilities?
Yes, sir. I will.
Thank you. We come to the secretary. Secretary is GTM
Yes, sir.
Selvam. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So as secretary, you have to keep the club records, both the club meeting records as well as the EXCOM meeting records. Then handle all the correspondence, and you will be doing the official posting of information, because though we use WhatsApp these days, email is still used as the official record. So you will do that, and you will prepare the minutes of each meeting and present it during the next meeting, whether it is a club meeting or it is an EXCOM meeting. So usually the minutes of the meeting has to be passed as a resolution during the next meeting. That is the responsibility of the club secretary, though we often take it as done by convention. So will you as a secretary fulfill all these responsibilities to the fullest of your capabilities?
Yes, sir. I will.
As we already saw today, you are very efficient, effective, and elegant presentation of the secretary's minutes of the meeting. Thank you. Then we come to the Vice President, Public Relations. This is Toastmaster Srilata Aptakumari, are you there? Yes, madam. So as Vice President Public Relations, you are the person who will let the outside world know that we do exist here and we are doing a great job here. You promote the club in the local community and mostly through the media and nowadays the social media very much about the club's existence and the benefits it provides. You promote the club, update web content, and safeguard Toastmaster brand identity. It is your job to notify the media whenever your club does something noteworthy, newsworthy. As Vice President Public Relations, you will find yourself writing news releases, creating and distributing flyers, and maintaining the club's presence on the web and in the community. Will you, as VPPR, fulfill these responsibilities to the best of your capabilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Now we come to VP membership, Vice President membership, Toastmaster Vidura again.
Yes, sir.
As Vice President membership, you promote the club and manage the process of bringing in guests and transforming them into members. By initiating constant contact with the guests, helping them feel welcome and providing them with the information they need to join, you help maintain a constant influx of new people into your club. You also actively monitor membership levels and strengthen the rest of the executive committee about how to overcome membership challenges when they do occur. Will you, as the VPM, do this to the best of your capabilities?
Yes, sir, I will.
Okay. With this, all the 5 are inducted. I take great pleasure in announcing them as installed for the post to which they have been elected. And let us wish the whole ISKCON, including the 2 installed earlier and the immediate past president, a great 6 months term, and we are all here to help them. So as members, we take the responsibility and we take the vow that we will support this EXCOM, which is our own group of people who have taken the responsibility of running the show. We have to continuously support them in all their jobs by bringing in new members, introducing new ideas, doing the roles and responsibilities as initiated, instructed, and informed by the EXCOM. Will we, all the members, do this duty?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we
We
will.
will, including me. Thank you very much. Back to the president.
Thank you so much, DTM Sam, for the smooth conduction of the installation of 5 Toastmasters. So let us have a big round of applause for the entire 7 + 1, 8 members to start so nicely. Right. I find one more Balaji by name. Can you quickly introduce yourself, Balaji? Balaji, you are able to hear us? Raja Balaji. Okay. So கடைசியில் முடிக்கும் போது அவரோட இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷனையும் வாங்கிக்கலாம். நம்ம இப்போ ரீசெண்டா இந்த மலையை பத்தி நிறைய இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் வந்தது. அதோட தன்மை, தொன்மை, அந்த கல்லோட நேச்சர் எப்படிலாம் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு. அப்ப அது படிக்கும் போது ரொம்ப பிரமிப்பா இருந்தது. அப்புறம் அந்த கடவுளுக்கு என்ன செலவு பண்ற அந்த காசு ஒரு நாளைக்கு 1 லட்சம் ஆகுது. அந்த மாதிரி ரொம்ப சர்ப்ரைசிங் அண்ட் ஷாக்கிங். ஸோ அந்த மலையில உட்கார்ந்துருக்கிற அந்த கடவுளின் பெயரை இந்த நபர் தன்னுள் வைத்துள்ளார். குறுகிய காலத்துல டிடிஎம் பட்டத்தை அடைந்தவர். ஆல்மோஸ்ட் ஐ கேன் சே a founding member of Tamizhootru Chennai Solvendhargal. I think 4வது மீட்டிங்ல இருந்து உள்ள நுழைஞ்சிட்டாரு. Still I recall the Andhra Chamber days. நான் அவர்கிட்ட தான் போய் காசு வாங்குவேன். அவர் தான் கொடுக்கணும் எனக்கு. ஆர்ஆர் டானலில் பணிபுரிகிறார். நல்ல very competitive contest material. In fact, he has participated in many contests and he has also won different contests. எல்லாத்தையுமே பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணுவார் அவர். அவருக்கென்று ஒரு தனி ஸ்டைல் இருக்கு. ரொம்ப நிறுத்தி நிதானமாக பேசக்கூடியவர். இந்த அசர்ட்டிவ்னஸ் சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, ஃபர்ம்னஸ் பிளஸ் பொலைட்னஸ், அதை நான் அவர்கிட்ட பெரும்பாலும் பார்ப்பது உண்டு. தமிழிலும் புலமை உள்ளது, ஆங்கிலத்திலும் புலமை உள்ளது. அத்தகைய நபரை உங்கள் முன் கொண்டு வருகிறேன் கரகோஷத்துடன். டிடிஎம் வெங்கடகிருஷ்ணன் அவர்களை இந்த கூட்டத்தை நடத்தி தருமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன். Hello, let us give a big round. Come on, let's show the visibly the sign of clapping. Yeah, over to you, DTM Venkatakrishnan.
நன்றி தலைவர் அவர்களே. அனைவருக்கும் இனிய மாலை வணக்கம். நான் தெரிகிறேனா? என் குரல் கேட்கிறதா?
கேக்குது, தெரியுது, கேக்குது, ஸ்லைடும் தெரியுது.
நன்றி. இனிய சொல்வேந்தர்களே, நண்பர்களே, அனைவருக்கும் முதற்கண் என் பொங்கல் நல்வாழ்த்துக்கள். I see a lot of guests in today's meeting. Just want to remind all of you that Tamizhootru is a bilingual club. Here you have the liberty to speak in Tamil as well as in English. So whenever you get a chance to be on stage, please feel free to use both the languages as per your wish. இன்றைய கருவாக நான் தேர்ந்தெடுத்திருப்பது புதியதோர் உலகம் செய்வோம். கொஞ்சம் பாரதியிலிருந்து ஒதுங்கி பாரதிதாசன் பக்கம் ஒதுங்கி இருந்தேன் ஒரு 2 வாரம் காலமாக. அப்பொழுது இந்த ஒரு வாக்கியம் மிகவும் என்னை சிந்திக்க செய்தது. கவிஞர்கள்லாம் எப்படி இவ்வளவு ஈஸியா சொல்லிடுறாங்க, புதியதோர் உலகம் செய்வோம் அப்படின்னு. அப்படி செஞ்சிட முடியுமா உடனே? நம்மளால இருக்கிறதையே மாத்திரத்துக்கு நம்ம கஷ்டப்பட்டுக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம். எப்படி ஒரு புதியதோர் உலகம் செய்வோம் அப்படின்னு அவர் அவ்வளோ ஒரு எளிமையா கவிஞர் சொல்றார் அப்படின்னு நான் யோசிச்சுட்டே இருக்கும்போது, சரி, கவிஞர்கள்னாலே புதியதை படைப்பவர்கள் தானே, புதியதை செதுக்குபவர்கள் தானே, புதியதை உருவாக்குபவர்கள் தானே. அதனால்தான் அவ்வளவு எளிதாக அவர் சொல்லிவிட்டார். இப்பொழுது கூட நாம் ஒரு தருணத்தில் இருக்கிறோம். ஒரு புதியதோர் உலகத்தை நாம் செய்ய வேண்டிய ஒரு தருணத்தில் தான் இருந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். ஏனென்றால் நாம் சுவாசிக்கும் காற்று இப்போது சுத்தமாக இருக்கிறதா என்று தெரியவில்லை. நம்மால் நினைத்த நேரத்தில் வெளியே போக முடியவில்லை. இன்றே எடுத்துக்கொள்ளுங்கள், இன்று ஒரு ஊரடங்கு நாள், நம்மால் வெளியே செல்ல முடியாது. மேலும் பல இன்னல்களை நாம் சந்தித்து வருகிறோம். இந்த உலகம் நமக்கு பிடித்திருக்கிறதா? இப்படியே நாம் வாழப்போகிறோமா? இப்படிதான் பல இன்னல்கள் வரும்பொழுது நமது முன்னோர்கள் வாழ்ந்தார்களா? அவர்கள் எதையாவது செய்து அந்த இடலிலிருந்து வெளிவந்து ஒரு புதிய உலகை படைக்கவில்லையா என்றெல்லாம் பல கேள்விகள் என்னுள் எழுந்து கொண்டே இருந்தது. சரி, இந்த ஒரு வாக்கியத்தை வைத்துக்கொண்டு புதியதோர் உலகம் நாம் செய்தால் அதில் என்னெல்லாம் இருக்க வேண்டும் என்று நான் ஒரு சிறிய கற்பனை செய்து பார்த்தேன். இந்த நடைமுறை சிக்கல்கள், இந்த ப்ராக்டிக்கல் டிஃபிகல்டிஸ் எல்லாம் மறந்துடலாம். இந்த ஒரு 2 மணி நேரத்துக்கு நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம்? ஒரு புதியதோர் உலகம் செய்தால் அதில் நாம் என்னென்ன இருக்க வேண்டும் என்று எதிர்பார்க்கலாம் அப்படின்றதுதான் இந்த கூட்டத்தில் நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம். நீங்களும் இந்த மேடையில் பேசுபவராக இருந்தால் இந்த கூட்டத்தில் இதை ஒரு கருவாக எடுத்துக்கொண்டு உங்களுடைய கருத்துக்களையும் நீங்கள் சொல்லலாம். இதுதான் இன்றைய கரு. நாம் இப்பொழுது கூட்டத்திற்குள் சென்று விடுவோம். எல்லா சொல்வேந்தர் மன்ற கூட்டங்களிலும் 3 பகுதிகளாக இருக்கும். அதாவது முதல் பகுதி தயாரிப்பு பேச்சு பகுதி, பேச்சை தயாரித்து கொண்டு வந்து இங்கு வழங்குவார்கள். 2வது திடீர் பேச்சு, உங்களுக்கு மேடையில் ஒரு தலைப்பு வழங்கப்படும், அதை ஒட்டி நீங்கள் 2 நிமிடம் பேச வேண்டும். 3வதாக மதிப்பீடு பகுதி, சொல்வேந்தர் மன்றங்களுக்கே உரித்தான தனித்துவமான ஒரு பகுதி. இங்கு பேசிய பேச்சாளர்களின் பேச்சுகள் மதிப்பீடு வழங்கப்படும். ஆக 3 பகுதிகள் இருக்கும். இன்றைய கூட்டத்தில் திடீர் பேச்சுக்கு பதிலாக நாம் இந்த ஒரு சிறப்பு ஒரு எஜுகேஷனல் செஷன் செய்திருக்கிறோம். இன்று இருக்கிறது. முதலில் நாம் இப்பொழுது கூட்டத்திற்கு செல்வோம். இன்றைய மேடையை இப்பொழுது நான் பொது மதிப்பீட்டாளர், அதாவது ஜெனரல் எவாலுவேட்டர் என்று ஆங்கிலத்தில் சொல்வோம், அவரிடம் ஒப்படைக்கப் போகிறோம். அவர் இந்த கூட்டத்தை மேலும் எடுத்துச் செல்வார். இன்றைய கூட்டத்தின் பொது மதிப்பீட்டாளர் டிடிஎம் முத்தையா தர்மா அவர்கள். He has been a Toastmaster from 2017 and he has been looking for opportunities to improve his leadership qualities. He is holding 11+ years of experience and working as IT service delivery lead in Cone. அவரிடம் நான் கேட்டேன், if you have a chance to create a world, what would you fill it with? When I asked this question, he responded saying that he would fill the world with a lot of positive people. A thought-provoking answer. Thank you, DTM Muthaya Dharma. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the warm introduction. இன்று நான் எடுத்திருக்கும் இந்த எடுத்திருக்கும் me, which I have taken the role is today as a general evaluator. So as a general evaluator, I will be responsible for we will call it as a point to point. Likewise, I will be the responsible person for end-to-end evaluation. So every meeting will be having 3 different sessions. And also now the world is looking for CSI, which is continual service improvement. So Toastmasters International also is not exception for this CSI. And we will be validating and we'll be collecting the maybe good usages and maybe highlights, also the lowlights and the perspective of improvements. So we will be collecting every meeting, and we will be implementing in the next meeting to move forward to have 100% help quality and member engagement. And this I'm having this is a 2 pillars which I will be the foundation. So one is quantitative evaluation, one is a qualitative evaluation. For quantitative evaluation, we will be having a tag team, which we used to call it as a timer, accounter, and a grammarian. There are the core members who will be going to evaluate in the perspective of quantitative. For qualitative, we will be having evaluators who has maybe for prepare the speech. They are going to evaluate their speech as per the objective and which is mentioned in the pathways. So as a first segment, I will be going to introduce my tag team. So my tag team is a timer who is very young, and also if you need to mention that the simple term I need to call as Tambi, is DTM Vithurar, who is serving as area director of B2, and who will be the upcoming leader in our district 120. And I would like to welcome DTM Vithurar to explain your roles and responsibilities as a timer.
Thank you, General Evaluator, DTM Muthaya. So as the timer of the day, to time every speeches delivered at the meeting. My role is to signal the speaker with appropriate timer card, that is green when it is lower limit, and amber for amber for the middle limit, and red for the upper limit. So I'll be sharing these cards. But for today's the prepared speakers, there is a change in timing for both the speakers. So Toastmaster Pattabhiraman will be having time from 10 to 13. I will be showing the green card at 10 minutes, and yellow card at 12, and red card at 13. And plus 30 seconds will be given as timer to wrap the speech whenever it is needed. Yes, sir.
11, 12, 13.
Okay, sir. 11, 12, 13. I will show the green, yellow, and red. For Toastmaster 11L, the timing limit is 10 to 12 minutes. So I'll be sharing the green card at 10 minutes, and 11 yellow card and 12 red card. Plus 30 seconds will be given for the speaker to wrap this speech. And today we don't have table topic session. We have then table topic educational session by DTM Sambat. So the timing will be different for his evaluation educational session as well. And for the evaluation sessions, the timing limit is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll show the green card, and 2.5 minutes, I'll show the amber card. At 3 minutes, I'll show the red card, and plus 30 seconds will be given as extra time for the evaluator to wrap. So I'll submit my report when call upon by the general evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Vithurar. Now my second role player, who will be the accounter, who is the immediate past president of our Tamizhootru Solvendhargal Mandram, Toastmaster Barley Balan. Would you please provide the insights of the accounter role?
Hi everyone, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you, G, for confirming. A very good evening, everybody. I will be the accounter for today's meeting. As the accounter, I will note the unnecessary pauses, filler words used by our speakers throughout the meeting. One tip would be, before speaking a word, especially during table topics, think of the word and then speak. It doesn't matter if there is a big pause. Pauses are better than saying, அந்த மாதிரி யோசிக்கிறத தவிர அது யோசிச்சு ஒரு வார்த்தையை சொல்லிடலாம். இதுதான் என்னுடைய டிப். At the end, I will submit my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Palibalan. So, அடுத்தபடியாக நம் முன்னாள் இலக்கணவாணர் இவரை பத்தி சொல்லணும்னா maybe இவர் தான் வந்து when I joined as a Toastmaster, so there is maybe the visibility for so in T82 who will be the person who has served multiple role as a leadership level, but still he has maybe as there is a statement in Toastmasters, so whomever it is in Toastmasters leadership position, and you will be the person who's serving the club. So likewise, she is the one serving as a VPE, and the person who is my inspirator, and DTM Sugandhi Periyasamy. I would like to welcome you as a grammarian to explain the role of grammarian to all.
Thank you, General Evaluator DTM Muthaiya. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Anaivarukkum vanakkam. I'll be serving as a grammarian for today's meeting, and I will be noting down the good usages of both the English language and the Tamil language. It is my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. Today's word of the day is transformation. It is a noun. The meaning is a marked change in form, nature, or appearance. தமிழில் மாற்றம் என்ற வார்த்தையை நாம் உபயோகிக்கலாம். The example for transformation is the pandemic has brought in so many transformation around us, which has led to good lifestyle and work-life balance. I request all our speakers and role players to kindly use the word of the day, and I request our audience to please virtually applaud to encourage the speakers whenever they're using the word of the day. Over to the General Evaluator.
Thank you, grammarian. Now I would like to hand over the session back to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Dear Toastmasters, it's time to get into the first part of the Toastmasters meeting, which is the prepared speech section. நமது முதல் பேச்சாளர் வேறு யாரும் இல்லை, நமது மன்றத்தின் தலைவர் தான். அவர் தான் இன்றைய முதல் பேச்சை வழங்க இருக்கிறார். அவரை பற்றிய அறிமுகத்தை சுருக்கமாக எல்லாம் சொல்ல முடியாது, மிகவும் பெரிய ஒரு உரையாக மாறிவிடும் அவரை நாம் அறிமுகப்படுத்த வேண்டும் என்றால். இருந்தாலும் என்னால் முடிந்த அளவுக்கு முயல்கிறேன். He has 12 years of pharmaceutical marketing at various levels experience, and he has been in Toastmasters for about 16 years. He feels that Toastmaster has a strong platform to develop communication, leadership, and public speaking skills. And he was a past president of Madras Toastmasters Club, and it's a well-known fact that he is a charter president of Tamizhootru. And again, he has taken one more term as a president for this term. And I asked the same question with him, like if he has a chance to create a new world, what would he fill it with? And he very candidly responded saying that he fill the world with love, energy, and disease-free world. And that is how he wants to create a new world. Before I call upon DTM Pattabhiraman on stage, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Saravanan, to set the objectives for his speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. DTM Pattabhiraman is giving his speech on the pathways persuasive influence. It is a level 4 project 1, create a podcast. There are 2 purpose statements for this speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to be introduced to the skills needed to organize and present a podcast. The purpose of the speech is for the member to introduce his podcast and to present a segment of the podcast. Timer, please note the speech length. It has got 2 segments. One is the introduction, it is for 2 to 3 minutes, and the podcast segment is 5 to 10 minutes. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saravanan. Now it's time to call the speaker on stage, DTM Pattabhiraman. Today's forecast is to shift from overcast to podcast. DTM Pattabhiraman. Sir, can you please unmute yourself?
I believe the slide is visible, TMOD.
Yes, sir. You are visible, you are audible, and your slide is also visible. You can go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, one more instruction. Since it is a podcast and I behave like a host, in between I may ask a few questions. Since it is time bound, yeah, you can participate. If you can make it short and sweet, then I can comfortably deliver my speech within the timeline. Just born to say I love you. Just born to say how much I care. Just born to say I love you. With this song, I believe I am able to undergo tremendous transformation in all my dimensions of life. Technologically speaking, what I have seen so far, the gadgets, gramophone recorder, transistor, radio, landline, telephone, audio video devices or cassettes, VCP, VCR, pager, desktop, palm top, laptop, mobile phone, internet, smartphone, and YouTube. Today, with computer and internet, podcasting has become trendy and popular. I'm launching today not my podcast, but my podcast on the topic paradoxes. I'm going to podcast not an audio, not a video, but a speech on a salient topic, paradoxes. A podcast is a digital audio file made available on the internet for downloading to a computer or mobile device, typically available as a series and can be received by subscribers automatically. Podcasting was started as an independent way for individuals to get their messages out and build a community of people with similar interests, like-minded interests. Thus, a podcast is another method to inform, educate, entertain, motivate, inspire. Most podcasts come in the form of series, just like a television show, and then are broken down into episodes. Thus, a podcast is a multimedia digital file distributed over the internet to be watched and listened to on a computer or even a mobile device. A podcast series usually features one or more recurring hosts engaged in a discussion about a particular topic or current event. Podcasts are therefore theme specific, and hence they are strictly up to the point. This podcasting trend has become a powerful marketing tool and a marketing strategy to popularize their concepts, their ideas. One has the opportunity to build a deep, rich relationship with his or her target audience. Research confirms that podcasting is hitting its stride globally. 32 million people listened to a podcast in the last month. Podcast marketing is the act of building a strategy and using tactics that are all geared towards growing one's audience and awareness. Therefore, podcasting is a long-term play. So whatever I have said in the introduction phase is all about text, script, and theoretical. Let a literally experience the different types of paradoxes through my podcast. A paradox is in English language is a figure of speech, involves two or more facts or qualities to contradict each other. They stand out and are entertaining a brain teasers. Paradox arrests attention and provokes fresh thought. It's a very popular one, we say, particularly when the year ends. The end is just the beginning. This we have seen in school, in college, in life, as though something ends, but immediately another more serious in terms of volume and magnitude, they begin. I have some more examples to enable you to appreciate and understand the paradox essence. The more something frightens you, the more you should face it. I don't go there. It is too crowded. To speak better is to listen more. The more I cannot trust, the more I cannot be trusted. As I said before, I never repeat myself. The only certainty one has in life is that nothing is ever uncertain. I believe you are able to appreciate the paradoxical essence in these examples. But let us say something very specific and individual paradoxes, different paradoxes. To begin with, effort paradox. Effortless performance is often due to the large volume of effortful practice. So with those tremendous amount of efforts, we stand out to be effortless. Money paradox. One has to lose money to make money. One has to pay to learn. Yes, in reality, we invest Lakshmi to get Saraswati. Later, we invest Saraswati back to get more Lakshmi. This is what we see in our life, particularly in academic life. Growth paradox. Growth happens gradually, but then suddenly somebody grows too huge, too massive. But this can be noticed in the formative phase of a child. A toddler keeps toddling. And after 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, we find a change. They have grown taller. Suddenly we say, my goodness, you have grown so tall. So the speed of growth is very high. Okay, on this context, I am presenting this. Anybody can give a thought how death can be a paradox. Any taker? Right. So let me proceed with my explanation. Death paradox. Death is brother of sleep. Sleep is temporary death. And death is permanent sleep. And that is how death and sleep are paradoxical. Persuasion paradox. Most argumentative persons seldom persuade someone. In fact, argumentative persons are good communicators, good speakers. They can talk sense and content, but the element of the argumentation lets them lose. So my mentor used to say the best way to win an argument is to avoid it. Speed paradox. One has to slow down to speed up, move slow to move fast. I think the pace bowling context in cricket is pertinent. If you see the pace bowlers, they will take the position and go a few feet backwards, then they start running and build momentum and they deliver the balls. Looking paradox. When I look for something, I don't find it. But when I stop looking at it, it finds me. Many times we experience, we go and search for something, we don't get it. But when we search for something else, that particular thing comes out. Any thought? You're all technologically qualified. Technology paradox? Anybody, any taker? Let me move on. In cities, a car is required to reach long distances fast, quickly, and even comfortably. Imagine a travel on Monday morning to reach the company on the ECR at Chennai. If I say I am coming from Poro, that is why I bought a car. But I cannot afford to start as I like. I have to start 1.5 hours in advance to steer through the kind of traffic to reach my company on time. Then the car buying turns paradoxical. Fear paradox. What is most feared is what is most needed to do. If faith can enter, then the fear disappears. Control paradox. The most controlling often ends up in least controlling. We have a feeling that I can control, but eventually I get controlled. Adolf Hitler and former Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha are nice examples. We have literally seen the journey of JJ, how the end came to her. Knowledge paradox. Any taker? How knowledge can be paradoxical. Right. The more I learn, I'm not getting knowledge. I discover my ignorance. The more and more I learn, the more and more I discover my ignorance. Speaking paradox. To become a great speaker, we need to listen more. Smile faces problems, silence avoids problems. There is a popular saying, speech is silver and silence is gold. But that combination can become a platinum. Connect paradox. While we are more connected, still we have a feeling that we feel less connected. I think this we are visibly feeling in this last 20 months, maybe for another 10 more or 20 more months, with the inclusion of the 4th variant and the 5th variant. So social media and the virtual media tell us that connect, but still yet disconnect paradox. Failure paradox. I think pretty easy one. Somebody can relate to that.
Success comes from failure.
Yes. One has to fail more to succeed more. In fact, the definition of success is the journey from one stone of failure to another stone of failure. Thus failure turns a paradox. Shrinking paradox. So as to continue to grow, sometimes I need to shrink. One step back, 2 steps forward is the recipe for long-term success. Shrinking means I get more focused. I involve, too keen to participate, and thus I expand my efficiency. Right, we are almost towards the conclusion. Paradoxes make our life very interesting and exciting.
12 minutes.
In our speeches or in our written forms, we can include paradoxes to make our presentation, the text, interesting, exciting. That can bring in a tremendous transformation in us. With this, I conclude my speech and give the control back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Awesome. What a fantastic speech, DTM Pat. Within a span of 10 minutes, we're able to expose us to a lot of paradoxes which become a fodder for our today's thoughts. I'm sure that I'm going to thinking about some of the paradoxes for a very long time. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next speaker for today. The next speaker for today's meeting is DTM Ilavenil. அவருடைய அறிமுகத்தை அவர் தமிழிலே வழங்கியிருக்கிறார். தமிழ்நாட்டு சென்னை சொல்வேந்தர்கள் மன்றத்தின் உறுப்பினர் அவர். எக்ஸல்ஸ் ஆஃப் டெக்னாலஜிஸ் என்னும் நிறுவனத்தில் வானவியல் ஆசிரியர் மற்றும் கற்பிக்கும் கலை ஆராய்ச்சியாளராக பணிபுரிகிறார். இப்பொழுது 10 பருவ மாணவர்களுக்கு அவர்களுடைய குறிக்கோள்களை எட்டுவதற்கு உதவும் ஒரு நிறுவனத்தை தொடங்கியும் உள்ளார். அவரிடம் இந்த கேள்வியை நான் கேட்டேன், நீங்கள் ஒரு புதியதோர் உலகம் செய்தால் அந்த உலகத்தை எதனால் நிரப்புவீர்கள் என்று. அதற்கு அவர் மிகவும் அழகாக, நான் உருவாக்கும் உலகத்தில் மக்கள் அனைவரும் மனதளவில் குழந்தைகளாகவே இருப்பார்கள். கற்கும் ஆர்வம், புதிய கருத்துக்களை ஏற்றல், அனைவரிடம் அன்பு, இவை எல்லாரிடமும் இருக்கும் என்று கூறியிருக்கிறார். மிகவும் அருமையான ஒரு உலகமாக அது இருக்கும் என்று நினைக்கிறேன் டிடிஎம் இளவனில் அவர்கள். டிடிஎம் இறைவன் அவர்களை மேடைக்கு அழைக்கும் முன் அவருடைய மதிப்பீட்டாளர் டிடிஎம் செல்வன் அவர்களை அழைத்து இந்த பேச்சின் நோக்கங்களை குறித்து பேசுமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன்.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening again. DTM 11 is on motivational strategies path. She's doing reflect on your path project. The purpose of this project is for the member to reflect on her growth during the completion of an entire path. The purpose of the speech is also for the member to share some aspect of her growth during the completion of the project. Timer, please note, time is 10 to 12 minutes. All the best, ma'am.
DTM 11 an ambassador on a new path, an ambassador on a new path, DTM 11.
Thank you very much, TM Modi, and good evening to everyone here. I am very glad to be at this point where I'm reflecting on my first path in Pathways. This is my second round in Toastmasters because I finished my DTM in the legacy path. If I have to talk about Toastmasters, I will say I love it. Everyone who has known me for a while, they know that I can divide my life into before Toastmasters and as a Toastmaster. I learned to do things that I could never do before. My confidence levels increased, and I practically transformed into a different person as a result of being in Toastmasters. To the point where, in my 40th speech in the legacy system, that is ACG 10, I knelt down and kissed the stage of the Toastmasters Club, which I was a member of. That is how much I love Toastmasters. I have the video if anyone wants to see. So I was very excited when I was asked to be the ambassador for Pathways. When it first started out, I was the ambassador and Pathways guide for 6 clubs in Mysore. I was very excited that we are moving into the 21st century, right? And one of my duties was to jump into Pathways as soon as it started and take off at full steam so that everyone knows what is to be expected. And that is what I did. So what did I love about Pathways? The first thing is you take a test and it pretty much narrows down on what you want to do. For me, if someone had told me that I want to be a motivational strategist, I might not have agreed, but the test, the questions, it did point me in the right direction. The next thing is there is a lot of introspection in Pathways, especially in the first 2 levels. I did not know, for example, though I was called a logic Maharani and all those things before, I did not know that my communication style is analytical and direct. My evaluator for that speech was DTM Sampath Saurirajan. His comment was that it is a deadly combination, being analytical as well as direct. That might show up a little in the speech also, why he called it deadly. My speech skills did improve. And one thing that I was able to do was reinvent my speaking skills to speak in Tamil. That is something I really enjoyed. But I do have some issues. It is not about my growth. I do wonder whether my growth was enough. Did it match up to my potential? So let me tell you why. One thing is starting, the first 2 levels are pretty much common for all the paths. And then how much was targeted towards me as a motivational strategist? The 3rd level had the core project as emotional intelligence and a lot of electives which are repeated across all the paths. There isn't much of a difference. Now, if you ask me, I am able to connect the dots. Why should being funny relate to my being a motivational strategist? Why should the way I present an award make me a better motivator? I am able to connect the dots, but I did it on my own. It was not available anywhere for me to see. The second thing, there were 2 core projects which were unique in motivational strategies. The first thing is I had to motivate a team to complete a task. There was a limited amount of information available on how to motivate a team and how to complete the task, which I did complete. And in level 5, the core project was team building. Although I completed the paths, I completed those 2 projects, I do wonder, are those enough for me to put in my resume that I am now a good motivator? Both those projects had the output of a 7-minute speech in which I had to showcase what I did. Let me relate this to something else I've done in my life. There is a place called Jakkur near Bangalore where anyone can go and fly a plane. I would strongly urge all of you to do it. You can go and you can hold the throttle of a plane and control it with the pilot next to you. You are the co-pilot. For some time, I have done it. I prepared a little before, not much. And it was explained to me on how to do it. And the pilot told me that I can even bring it in for landing. He does not allow everyone to do it, it seems. But he was ready to allow me to bring in the plane for landing. Coincidentally, that plane was in the air for around 7 minutes. Can I say anywhere that I am capable of flying a plane? So how is this related? And I would like to know how much Pathways expects to teach me. The next thing is, as an educator, there is something that keeps on coming to my mind that is called the zone of proximal development. It is something that we encounter every day in our life. It is the distance between I cannot do at all and I can do comfortably. In between, there is a place where a task can be completed with guidance. For example, a 1-year-old cannot brush her own teeth. An adult can brush their own teeth, but in between, there's a phase where she can brush her own teeth with guidance. What I found in my DTM journey was that I was able to continuously be in the zone of proximal development, right from being an introvert to the point where I am now. Bit by bit by bit, that zone just kept on shifting. Let me tell you why I think, this is entirely my opinion, let me tell you why I think that happened. I'm just going to share my screen. So you can see the screen. This is the evaluation, the questions for evaluation in the storytelling project in the legacy system. The questions are going into detail, and the evaluator has to address all these questions, whether they like it or not. What happens is, say, let's say I finish this project once and I get some input. I can do it 10 more times, each time pushing myself to the next level. Not only that, the evaluator can push me to the next level. My evaluator who did most of the storytelling, who evaluated most of my storytelling projects is here in the room today. I know how much he was able to push me. Now, in Pathways, am I saying evaluation does not happen properly? Definitely not. It does happen. When the last time I gave a speech that had a story, my evaluator was DTM Selvan. He touched upon all these aspects because he is an experienced evaluator. But what does Pathways provide the evaluator with? It is only these two questions for which the evaluator can only give so much input. So that is another problem which I find, that it is entirely dependent on the evaluator. It is dependent on the speaker to keep themselves in the zone of proximal development. It is not happening as an aspect of the system itself. So what am I doing? Am I condemning Pathways? Definitely not. I am not. Because as I said, my speech skills did improve. I did pick up a lot of skills. I did learn the basics of motivation, and I am ready to do it all over again in presentation mastery. What I am saying, because this is possible because we have the resources. Every Toastmasters club has the people who are ready to help. We have the resources on the Toastmaster website or anywhere else on the internet. What I am saying is the resources can be much better. The growth of the members can be much better by just including what was already there in the legacy system. When it's an organization like Toastmasters, where each person is supposed to take feedback, build on the feedback and make themselves better, I feel that I am entitled to give my honest feedback about the system. I have given this feedback where it is necessary also in the official portals also. I feel that I am entitled to. There was very recently a shift in the way level 1 is designed. I think that is a sign that people are listening to the feedback and they are changing the system. So this is what my opinion is. I would like to thank all of you for being on this path with me, for giving me the push needed, for correcting me wherever necessary with humor or sometimes very strictly, and for being demanding in certain cases like, did you actually finish the project? I have been asked the question in this club. I have been asked the question. I have been asked enough questions to make sure that I did finish the work. And I know that DTM Sampath actually has an additional evaluation sheet for every Pathways project, which he completes and sends us. I am very grateful for all these people for helping me on my journey. And I feel that it can be made much better. Over to you, TM.
Great. That was a great speech. Thank you, DTM 11. There are two things which I really was able to resonate in your speech. One on the aeroplane journey, where you are co-piloting with the pilot. And incidentally, you mentioned that you were on air for about 7 minutes, and this speech is also about 7 minutes. The speech delivering is no lesser than co-piloting a flight. A great one. And the second one, I strongly agree with whatever you have mentioned about the lackings in pathways. Whatever that you have suggested would become the laying foundation for the transformation of the existing pathways. I'm sure that Toastmasters International has been open to feedback, and the pathways itself is an outcome of many feedback given on the old educational system. Let's hope for the best. Thank you very much. இன்றைய நெறியாளராக நான் என்னுடைய கொஞ்சம் கருவியும் கொஞ்சம் பேசலாம் என்று நினைக்கிறேன். இப்பொழுது ஏற்கனவே சொன்னது போல இந்த ஒரு புதிய உலகத்தை உருவாக்கும் ஒரு வாய்ப்பு நமக்கு கிடைத்தால் அதில் என்னென்னலாம் நான் இருக்க வேண்டும் என்று நான் எதிர்பார்ப்பேன் என்று உங்களிடம் சொல்லியிருந்தேன். என்னுடைய திரையில் இப்பொழுது காண்பிக்கிறேன். முதலில் இதை நம்ம சொல்லணுமா அப்படின்னு கேட்பீங்க. நேற்று நான் வீட்டில் நைட் தூங்கும்போது கொசு ரொம்ப அதிகமாக இருந்தது. அதுக்காக இந்த ஆல் அவுட்டை போட்டுட்டு கொஞ்ச நேரம் வெயிட் பண்ண கொசு குறையுதாங்க. கொஞ்ச நேரத்தில் ஒரு அதிசயம் நடந்தது. என்னை கடிச்ச ஒரு கொசு வந்து பறந்து போய் அந்த ஆல் அவுட் மேலே உட்காந்துருச்சு. நான் யோசிச்சு பார்த்தேன், இந்த கொசு போயிடும். ஆல் அவுட்லாம் கொசுவை கொட்டதுக்கு தானே வச்சிருக்காங்க, அது எப்படி ஆல் அவுட் மேலே போய் உட்காரும் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தேன் நான். அது போகவே இல்லை. கிட்டத்தட்ட 5 நிமிஷம் அங்கேயே உட்காந்து கொஞ்ச நேரம் அந்த ஆறாமரை அது வேலையெல்லாம் முடிச்சுட்டு அப்புறம் தான் அங்கே வந்து நகர்ந்தது. இது ஏன் சொல்றேன்னா, நம்மிடையே இருக்கும் இந்த நோய்கள் வளரும் வேகம் என்றது நம்ம இருக்கிற மருந்தோட வேகத்தை விட ரொம்ப பல மடங்கு அதிகமா இருக்கு. அதனால முதல் முறையாக நமக்கு வந்து ஒரு நல்ல மருந்து வேணும். எத்தனை டோஸ் வரப்போகுதுன்னு தெரியல. 2 டோஸ் போட்டோம், இன்னொரு பூஸ்டர் டோஸ் வரும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஓமைக்ரான் வந்து ஒரு சின்ன ட்ரெய்லர் தாங்கிறாங்க. இன்னும் ஒரு பெரிய வைரஸ் அதோட ஒரு ஃபார்ம் ஆகலாம்னு சொல்றாங்க. அதனால நம்ம உலகத்தை உருவாக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு புதிய உலகத்துல வந்து ஒரு நல்ல மருந்து வேணும். போது நம்மிடம் இருக்கும் இந்த நோய்களுக்கு ஒரு தரமான மருந்து வேண்டும் என்று நினைக்கிறேன். அது மட்டும் இல்ல, பசி அப்படின்னு நீங்க பார்க்கலாம். என்னடா பசிலாம் இன்னும் இருக்கான்னு கேட்குறீங்க. நீங்க நிறைய இருக்கு இன்னும். நாம் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் சமூகத்தில் உற்று நோக்கினால் நிறைய இன்னும் பசியும் இருக்கிறது. இது ரெண்டுமே இல்லாம போச்சுன்னா மனுஷனுக்கு வேற எந்த பிரச்சனையுமே இல்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இது ஒண்ணு. இரண்டாவதான லைட்டர் நோட். இன்னைக்கு பொங்கல் இல்லையா? நாளைக்கு இந்த வாரத்துல பொங்கல் இருக்கு. எல்லாரும் வீடை கிளீன் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சுட்டீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இன்னைக்கு காலையில் என்னோட மனைவிட்டு நான் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தேன், இன்னைக்கு எனக்கு மீட்டிங் இருக்கு, எல்லாம் கிளீன்லாம் பண்ண முடியாது அப்படின்னு. நான் உடனே சொல்லிட்டாங்க, வாரம் மீட்டிங் வருது, கம்ப்யூட்டர்னா வாரம் மீட்டிங் வரும், ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை, பொங்கல்லாம் வருஷத்துக்கு ஒரு தடவை தான் வரும், நீங்க போய் வேலையை பாருங்க அப்படின்னு. எனக்கு ஒரு ஆசை, எனக்கு நம்ம வந்து ஏன் ஒரு வீடு நம்ம நிர்மாணிக்க முடியாது? இந்த வீடு எப்படி இருக்கணும்னா தன்னைத்தானே வந்து சுத்தப்படுத்திக்கணும். நம்மளோட வேலையே இருக்கக்கூடாதாங்க. ஒரு வீடு நான் ஒரு சுவிட்சை போட்டோம்னா தானா மொத்தமா சுத்தப்படுத்திக்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு வீடு உருவாக்க முடியாது. எவ்வளோ ஒரு தொழில்நுட்ப சாதனைகள்லாம் நிறைவேற்றியாச்சு நம்மளால. இதை நம்மளால யோசிக்க முடியாதான்னு எனக்கு ஒரு எண்ணம் தோணுச்சு. ஒன்றும் இல்லை, வீடுனா என்ன, ஒரு நாலு சிவர் இருக்கு, அதுக்குள்ள சில பொருட்கள்லாம் வச்சிருக்கோம். நம்ம இதை கொஞ்சம் ஒரு மாதிரி ஒழுங்குபடுத்தணும்னா நம்ம வீடு தன்னைத்தானே சுத்தப்படுத்திக்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு ஒழுங்குமுறை நம்மளால ஏற்படுத்த முடியாதா அப்படின்ற எண்ணமும் எனக்கு தோணுச்சு. சரி, மூன்றாவதா ஒண்ணு இருக்கு. அதை வந்து இந்த கூட்டத்தோட அடுத்த பகுதியில் நான் சொல்கிறேன். எல்லோரும் இப்பொழுது ஆவலாக எந்த பகுதிக்கு காத்து கொண்டிருக்கிறீர்கள் என்று எனக்கு தெரியும். அதை நோக்கி நாம் இப்போது பயணிப்போம். அடுத்த பகுதி திடீர் பேச்சு. திடீர் பேச்சு ஒட்டிய ஒரு எஜுகேஷனல் செஷன். Most of us would have realized that we are a good speaker only when we attempted to speak in a table topic session. But table topic session requires a different set of skills than a prepared speech. And when it comes to table topic contest, it is even more, the requirements are even more higher. You'll be in front of 100 plus people and you'll be given a topic and you are expected to start with a good opening, go with a very good flow and end with a bang so that you become the winner of the table topics contest. That requires a lot of skills. And we have a person who have gone through this contest and he is going to share the insights on how to win a table topics contest, which is going to be quite interesting. The presenter is none other than our own DTM Sampath Savirajan. He wears many hats. The one which I really like in him is his ability to create poems in both the languages. I was fascinated by his Tamil poem writing skills when I attended a session on how to create penbas. I'm sure that the next 10 minutes is going to be really enthralling with a lot of educational inputs for all of you. The stage is yours, DTM Sampath Savirajan.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, it is not next 10 minutes. It is 8 to 12 minutes for the training and a practical session following that, total roughly 40 minutes. So I am also the table topic master today, a special type of table topic master who will follow a training session. So about table topic, we have known all, so many people have done so many trainings. Every year we are seeing many of the people in this group are quite seniors, so they will also know much. So what am I going to tell this group of people? That became a table topic for me a few days back when I was told whether I can do something like this. Actually, it may surprise you. Every time I do a training, I prepare for it newly. All my old training modules and files are there, but I will just quickly run over them and form a new idea and present it. Today is no exception. Actually, a lot of people are doing 30 minutes training, 20 minutes training in table topic. I'm going to do in 10 minutes. What will I do? Let us see. So let me first share the screen. Have I been given the permission to share the screen?
Yes, sir.
Can you see that? Can you see my screen?
It's loading, sir. Yes.
Okay. Let me start a slideshow if possible. Is it working, slideshow?
Not yet, sir.
Can you see the title slide?
Yes.
Okay, then we can proceed. I am not going through the usual table topic training components which are commonly done. I'm not going to touch on the judging criteria. If anybody wants later on, we can talk. We can all get hold of a judging form, the ballot form. The backside gives all the details. So I'm going to start with something which a lot of people don't touch. I touch it in some of my this one. How can you prepare for table topic outside the preparation, outside preparation, before going to any club meeting or any contest? From the beginning, when you become a Toastmaster, what are the basic things which will help you to be a good table topic speaker? General knowledge. If you don't have general knowledge, you really cannot speak much. It will sound like some of our politicians talking if you do that. English fluency, if it is in English, it is required. Tamil fluency, if it is in Tamil, it is required. If your language is rather bad, then you will not shine as a tabletop speaker. Listening and analysis of the topic. This is then and there you have to do during the table topic session. But before that, you can get hold of a lot of table topics from Google or from the regular meetings when other people are getting the topic. Listen and analyze the topic, what it really says, what it means. Where should I go to search for material to respond to this topic like this? And of course, practice, practice, practice. You can practice at home by just taking any topic and immediately starting to talk. And every meeting is a practice ground. The last line is the most important, most voluminous part of the experience. You can gain second-hand experience by observing other people. Go to your club regularly, go to other clubs, go to contests, you get a lot of opportunities. This is the general background. Okay, let us now see the overall approach. I'm going to quickly give what the Toastmaster International gives as a says listen, pause, confirm, tell, and yet. I'm not agreeing with all the small details they are telling under these headings, but let us quickly go over them. Listen, you have to face the contest chair or contest master, listen carefully, watch the lips, be relaxed. Second time it will be told. First time you try to get the total statement. Second time you start thinking clearly what it really means. Why I said watch the lips? There's a lot of cultural variations and some. I'm going to openly say something which people can find fault with me for. Lot of youngish urban girls say the topic in a very funny way. So people don't really know what the topic is. They have got a style which they assume.
Sir, we are not able to see your slide. The slide didn't change.
Listen.
It's in the, we are able to see only the title slide, sir.
Can you make a shift plus 5, F5, shift plus F5? Then it gets magnified.
No.
No, not magnified. This is in full size.
Sir, just press the right arrow key, sir. Down arrow or right arrow.
That's down what I was doing. I was using that only.
But it is still in the...
Actually, you are sharing the PowerPoint file, but you have to open the PowerPoint on the desktop, then you have to share.
That is how I shared. It was in the desktop.
I hope
Opened, sir.
You have shared only the window, not entire screen. Could you please select entire screen, then it is visible.
Yes,
no, I didn't get it. What Muthaiya is telling?
Sir, can you stop sharing and then reshare the entire screen, not just one window?
Okay. Okay, screen. This is the entire window.
Yeah, can you share the entire window and then no, we are not seeing anything.
No, I have not shared. It is showing my window to me.
Okay, then
okay, now this is the window.
Okay, can you move to the slide 2? Yeah, probably you can click with the mouse, sir. Click on the second slide.
Okay.
No, we are yeah. Now it's okay, sir. We are able to see the screen now.
Okay, this is the third one.
Yes, you are right, sir.
Okay, this is finished already.
Okay.
So right. This is where I was. You listen carefully and then try to understand what the table topic master or the contest chair says. Okay. Then pause. This is what the Toastmaster International says. You need not start immediately, but you cannot delay too much. You plan to use 10 seconds roughly. Maybe it becomes 15. It is okay. There was a wrong information and idea some years back that you can take 30 seconds, which is not true. There's no rule anywhere at any time in Toastmasters allowing 30 seconds. If you take too much time, more than 30 seconds, or maybe even up to 1 minute, the contest chief judge may disqualify you. That is the only time. If you keep on thinking, they may disqualify you. Okay. Then next side, wait for the contest chair to reach the seat. so that if you are looking at the contest chair, the timer will not start anything. Then of course, survey the audience, blah, blah. Okay, this is all just. Then you have to decide during your pausing time what you are going to do about that topic. You are going to agree or disagree or say something which is neither agreeing nor disagreeing, whatever you want to do. You decide what you will say. You be very clear and you decide the strategy to use. You may have a personal story or you may remember some humorous anecdote which you observed or something, or any quote or joke. This is a strategy. First you decide what to say and a little idea about how you will say that. It is not the final one. Actually, as you start speaking, you start developing that. Confirm, this is what they say. I have changed the word. You state your stand. What your stand? You clearly say it in the beginning. Many people start and keep on talking, but the audience or the judges do not know where he is getting at. So this should not be happening. We should be very clear and you should make your audience very clear. You can buy some time by rephrasing the topic. Don't repeat the topic. That is bad form because people will obviously think you are simply trying to think another thing. If you rephrase it, paraphrase it, nobody will suspect that. You can still buy time for that. Then tell. When you tell, what I mean is you have to give your main speech part, the body of the table topic speech. That is what you do. You have to support your stand. So when you tell, there are only two aspects. You have to support your stand. If possible, follow a simple structure like opening, body, conclusion. Try to follow that to the extent possible on the spot. I'm not saying it everybody gets it every time very perfectly, the structural part. But certainly the ending part, the conclusion, you can add a punchline or urging or something to give a good conclusion. How you open, it's okay, it depends on that. So ending a reiterate to conclude, punchline, urge. You plan to use up to 10 seconds after the red light, but so your sentences may carry you a little more. You may go up to 20 seconds, still you are in the safe zone. You will not cross the 2 minutes, 30 seconds if you have this. Now your response. So this is my main new way of looking at it in one slide. The direction. What is the direction of this topic? Every topic has got a road. The direction you go forward means you are agreeing, you go reverse means you are disagreeing. And you can go side also. You can do neither agree or disagree. But what is the direction of the topic itself? We have to understand. For example, the topic talks about some economy situation. Okay. Now you know we are talking about economy, unemployment, earnings, and GDP. Any of these things will come in the topic. You know this is the area in the direction. So in this, I want to support the statement or I want to oppose the statement or I want to do a mishmash of the whole thing, whichever way. So this is the direction. You have to be very clear before you start speaking, those initial 15 seconds, what it is talking about. Because many people straight away start talking without making up their mind about what it is. Second one is the keywords. Most of the topics will have 1 or 2 keywords, sometimes even 3 keywords. You have to address the keywords in your response. If you don't include them, then something will be missing. Structure, as I already told you, the OBC, not that political OBC, this is opening, body, and conclusion. And if you can add humor with slowly, with the years, you will gain this experience. Can I ask how many minutes I have finished now?
10, sir.
Huh?
10.
And okay, I'm in good shape. So the story, that is the last thing I want to say. There are some people who believe your personal story should be there even in table topics. And I know one person, not here in Chennai, who is an expert in this. Anything you say, you'll say, you know what happened to me in 10 years back or something like this, you will start. Most of the time, I suspect it is all fiction. He's got a good imagination. But in Toastmasters, there is a popular concept, which I call it as a myth, that a personal story makes people to believe you. Most of the time, we don't believe what people tell about themselves. The credibility is not a criterion. And a personal story, maybe there is a little bit more relevance or linkage. That part I agree. The most important thing in the table topic response is show your power. You are going there to enjoy yourself. Say blah, blah, blah. All you guys, you have to listen to me. This is what I'm going to say. Show your power. Never cringe. Never be hesitant. Never be shy. You go there with the intention of showing off. Do that. There are some very good examples. Even in our club, there are some very good examples. So with this, I finish my training part. Over. You are surprised. This Sampath Saurajan, who likes to say blah, blah, blah endlessly, has finished so fast. But I have got some extra things. I have got topics for you. Okay. Are you seeing the topics?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Topics for you. Are you seeing it?
Yes, we are seeing it.
Okay. Who will take the first topic? Already I have shown you the topic. What is your choice? Coffee or tea? Who will take it? Quick. Toastmaster Maitri. Coffee or tea? What is your choice? Toastmaster Maithili.
Yes, sir.
What is
Mine
your
is
choice?
coffee.
You have to give 2 minutes talk. Table topic. It's not a one-word answer.
Oh, I have to say about coffee.
Now, from now, it's all table topics, practical session. I will call people, you have to say.
Coffee is my first cup of coffee in the morning. Hot filter coffee is my favorite drink in the morning. Anywhere I go, wherever I am, I prefer a filter coffee in the morning, especially with my family, drinking the chat time coffee and coffee with the other friends. Any place, wherever I go, I prefer to take my coffee and filter with me, along with me, and stay there and enjoy my stay there and come back. Like that, coffee is always my preference. And I got one first prize in the contest also. Whatever is your favorite drink, they asked her, I posted a video of my coffee and filter coffee and cup along with my younger brother. That contest won the first prize contest. So it has that prize has boosted my level of drinking more cup of coffee, and it is always there in my mind. I still prefer a best coffee place wherever people chat and along with my friends, wherever I go, if they say that place is very good for coffee, I go and drink my coffee there. I see that I drink my favorite coffee there and come back. Whether in spite of any, even if it's a very distant place, I don't mind going there and have my coffee there and come back. Thank you for this.
Okay. This session, every time I'm going to give some comments. And some of you may not like it after you talk, somebody giving a comment. Anyway, this is part of this training program. Now, Maithili, in my opinion, did not use 10 to 15 seconds to think about what to say. She immediately answered one word and then she has to jump in again when I told. Okay. So because of that, what has happened is she had a few words, like she said, coffee, morning, chat, family, friends, price. These are all ideas that came in her topic. But she was going back and forth. She looked like she was repeating herself in different ways. It sounded like that. So what I tell you is, you take your 10-15 seconds. If you're going to talk about this, you say, straight away say, who will drink tea? Only idiots, fools will drink tea. Do you think I will drink tea? Start something like a controversial or questioning manner or something. It would have started better. You should decide that. But you didn't talk about tea at all. See, the key words in the topic are choice, coffee, and tea. These are the key words. Your choice, coffee, even your choice you can talk. What choice I had? I grew up in a family where nobody drank tea. I went on drinking coffee, so I like coffee. Even about choice, you can talk a little bit on this. So there are many ways of doing it. Initially, take your 10-15 seconds. then decide what you are going to say and develop on that so that you can avoid repetitive sounding. You may be repeating, but if you are clever, you may do it in such a way nobody will understand that you are repeating. Now, who will take the second one?
If nobody volunteers, I can take.
So it is not for Pat. He has already thought about some strategy. So not for Pat.
Okay.
Can I give it to? Is Murugesan our Tamizhootru Murugesan?
Yes, sir. I am available. Yes, sir.
Tamil Priyan Murugesan?
Yeah. I'm very much.
Okay.
Tamil
So
Varian.
would you rather work less and earn less? Would you rather work less and earn less than working overtime, doing too much job and earning more?
Yes. So I prefer to go for a smart work. See, the smart work nowadays becomes a more vital part in every part of the world. You don't have to work from morning 9 o'clock to evening 6 o'clock. That will give the boring jobs to everyone. See, everyone will work for money. I don't disagree with that. But we have enough time. If you look at any business person, they are also working the same amount of time. But the amount which they are generating is a huge. So I prefer to work on a smarter way, to work a less and earn more. This is what my mantra for throughout my career. Those days we have been talking about do work hard, you do study work, work hard, study well, and get paid good job. But now I am going to change the scenario. Even we are doing education through online. The COVID helped us a lot. We need to we need to study in a smart way. That smart method will help us to put into other level so that we can reduce our work. Physically, we can reduce work, and mentally, we can increase the monetary benefit. This is what I conclude. Over to Mr. Toastman
Thank
DTM.
you. Thank you. You are very clever to come up with the word smart work, which is a very good idea for this topic. But you didn't cash in on the structure of the topic and introduce the smart work. For example, the topic says, would you rather work less and earn less? You will say, I would rather work less and earn more. How? Through smart work. With smart work, I will be actually doing less work, but I will be earning more. You are contradicting the statement. You are not going by for one of the two choices. You are making a new choice from the words there. Okay, another thing is the less and more, you brought it more part as hard work. You can contrast that much better. There are people who keep on doing hard work and they don't really get that much rewarded, but there are people who are doing smart work, they do get rewarded because they are smart. Okay, well done overall. The approach was slightly better. Then we'll go to the next one. You tell me whether you are able to see the next slide. See, I'm not able to use the animation so that the whole thing comes out. The problem is that.
We are able to see your slide, sir.
Huh?
We are able to see your slide.
Which one?
We are able to see your slide. The slide number 4.
Yeah, but line by line, I wanted to come. Unless I do slideshow, I cannot do that.
Okay.
So I will try slideshow one more time. Okay, after finishing this slide, make others your first priority. Is DTM VNS here? DTM VNS? No.
No, I think he's not connected.
Okay.
He's
Who will
absent.
take this topic? Make others your first priority.
I will take.
Who is that?
Kundavi.
Please
Am I
tell
audible?
louder. Who is that?
It is Kundavi. Am I audible?
Okay, yeah, you are audible now, but not very clear. I don't know about others. For me, I'm telling. Make others your first priority. This is the topic.
Thank you. Make others my first priority. Actually,
I contradict with this statement. Sometimes you need not make others your first priority. The people in your house make themselves as the first priority. As a homemaker, I would like to see that I be the first priority for myself. When I wake up in the morning, I would like to take care of myself. I would like to spend some time for myself, look at the paper, and I would like to say, go to the kitchen very late. But this is not practically happening. I have to do things for others, take care of their breakfast, take care of everything for them, and I have to run to the office. Right. So if I am given the opportunity to do this, I will do it in the reverse way. When I say people may think I'm quite selfish, but actually it is not so. Everybody in this world is a little bit selfish, which is needed for them to live in this world. But regarding a woman, a homemaker, people expect that she should be sacrificing. She shouldn't expect much for herself. And if at all she does so, people are not appreciating. This is what I'm going to say. I'm not saying that I'm not appreciated or given anything. People appreciate me when I'm having my birthday. They say, you are the everything for our house. But the other days, nobody is moving a cup from here to there. So anyway, people are in my house are my first priority. I need not make it. This is where I want to contradict in this statement. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you. So you dare to disagree. Actually, make yourself the first priority is the topic I had given earlier in another club long back. But I deliberately changed because there is something like make others your first priority is a service mind. You serve others. There are a lot of such people who make others their first priority. They do a lot of good work. And you are bringing the idea of homemaker. Actually, it is a little against the topic, the way you took it. Because homemakers usually, they work for others. They make others their first priority. So you started that, but then you try to adjust saying, even though I'm a homemaker, I get up first, I take care of myself. After drinking the best first decoction coffee, I give the rest only to the other people, all those things. But you also brought in the concept of selfishness, which is a main idea inside this topic. Okay. But you did make a very good use of that. So when you make yourself the first priority, other people may think you are selfish. You can elaborate on this and counter that argument very strongly. So overall, well done. The next topic, trans fat, is given to DTM Pat. Trans fat for DTM Pat.
Trans fat. Probably you can call it a PAT, trans fat, instead of trans fat. Then within brackets, I see some information, imagination, humor. Okay, table topics master, fellow members, honored guest. I can relate with this topic, building relationship. The moment I am in tension, I lose my attention. Then that leads to confusion. Therefore, I am in confusion. Then I feel an irritation that spoils the personal relationship in and around me. On the other hand, if I avoid that tension, irritation, lack of attention, then I begin to relate with others and build relationship. Because what is important today in life is the relationship building. Because we move with people with a conditioned mindset, what is called conditional love. If I want something from someone, I will give you this, then you get it done for me. Particularly this happens at home between husband and wife. On the other hand, if I much focus on the concept of building relationship or the fact of building relationship, then the unconditionality moves away. Conditionality moves away and unconditionality comes in. Then there is an element of caring and sharing willingly. So my imagination goes in that way on the topic transferred. That is, what is important is building relationship, smooth relationship with others, which is positive, pleasant, and productive. Back to you, Sam.
Thank you. See, you straight away went off in a tangent because you didn't know what trans fat meant. This happens in table topics. We get a topic, we have no idea about. We don't know what it really means. What is the connection? Deliberately I planted one such topic here. But trans fat is not that unknown. Everything you buy in the supermarket has got this data in small letters. And you being a pharmaceutical background, I thought you would have noticed fat, saturated fat, trans fat, omega-3. These words have become very common words in our life, though we may not have full knowledge about them. So I put in the bracket below, these are some of the ideas which may help in dealing with that topic. That is the one I have given. Actually, that is not supposed to come immediately after the speaker finishes, only it should come. But because I am staring the total, this one slide, it is coming like this. So trans fat, you can give information like what I told now, about the different type of fat. Trans fat is supposed to be very bad. So many products, they say trans fat 0% they put, so that they can promote their product as a good product. And then your imagination, which you certainly did use, because from trans fat you went to relationship. It's a good idea because you developed something else, though it was not exactly related. That's not bad. But you could have brought in a little bit more humor into that. Once you have gone in the flight of imagination, you need not be a co-pilot. You can be the pilot of the flight itself and you can bring a lot of humor. The problem is your word power is a problem. You went on saying shun, 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 shun. I would advise you to shun this habit. You know why? If you see the judge's ballot sheet, the amount of the number of marks given for the word power, vocabulary and English language is very less. That is not the main area. Another thing, the judges sometimes they may be confused. They may think this fellow, what he is telling, I don't understand. We keeps on saying this shun, 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 shun. So you may not get very high mark even in the language part of it. So rhetorics has to be a little bit easy, little bit beautiful for the judges to give you the marks. But overall, you did an excellent job because when you got a topic you don't know much about, you still spoke about it, filled your time. That is very much appreciated. Now I'll try to do the slideshow, see whether it works now.
No, we are still seeing the PowerPoint, sir.
You have shift and F5?
Yeah, I've done that. It didn't make any difference when you said that.
It's not working. Let's continue with the same pattern, sir.
Or in the bottom, you have the bottom tray.
50% nearby.
Ah, that one.
Yeah, the same slideshow from here or there should not make a difference.
I think something wrong.
No, now are you able to see? I think maybe this worked now. What Bat said worked now. Okay, now it is coming line by line.
Sir, for us it is still the same.
Are you
You've gone-
seeing?
You've
Are you
gone
seeing
back
the
to the-
topic?
Yeah, you've gone back to the first slide.
Yeah, we are seeing the slide number 13.
The coffee, tea, that slide you have. You have to move forward. 2 more slides.
Yeah, I
This
have
one-
moved here by pressing the down arrow, but after
No,
this,
where did
this
you use
is-
the cursor? No, cursor. Use the cursor. Come to the third slide of the topics.
Patcher is in presentation mode on a system.
in the
Oh.
slideshow mode, you cannot use that one.
Then you have to go back.
It's better to go
Okay.
back. Go back and use.
The
your-
only thing is the clues are all coming up in the open. That is the only problem.
Sir, I think you can.
Now
just
you are
change the
seeing
topic.
the next topic has come.
Yeah, sir.
The next generation knows nothing about life. Who will take this topic? The next generation knows nothing about life. Can I try a guest? Sharonan, can you take this topic? The
Sure.
next generation knows nothing about life.
Sure, I can take that. Thank you for giving me this topic because I am the next generation. You are considering me as the next generation. Thank you. I feel much younger nowadays. Okay. Knows nothing about life. Why they don't know nothing about life? No, everybody knows everything about life. I contradict to this topic because life is something that has to be experienced, and the people, whether it is next generation or XY generation, Z generation, alpha, beta generation, whatever it is, everything, everybody experiences about life. And what is life is all about? Life is all about what is happening, right? So everything we have to keep it in an essence. For example, what is the past? The past is something like, we have to take into consideration, and that will make our present better. And if you do the present better, your future will be good. That is why life is always called as a gift, because you have to nurture your present, and your life future will be like a gift, because that will also be good. And what are the three things that are important in life? One is having consciousness, saying that I will do something good in life. That is one thing. Second thing is being healthier. So what we have to do here is we have to do the exercise, we have to avoid trans fat, we have to be somewhat self-centered, because we have to drink the first decoction of the coffee. So that is one thing. So we have to do that. So that is second thing that we have to do. Third thing is about how we are giving things to others. For example, when we make others happy, we will be feeling ours happy. There is always a good saying, "Ooran pillai ootti valatha than pillai thana valarum." Don't ask will Kodaikanal do something about that? No, that ooty is different, this ooty is different. Okay, so these are all the some things that comes to my mind when I talk about this. The next generation knows everything.
Okay, thank you. So you had many good points. Like you started with humor, and also towards the end also you had some humor. And life is to be experienced is a nice motherhood statement you made. And you were clever to bring past, present, and future, and use the word gift, because we hear about these things a lot. In fact, past, present, future comparison is one of the techniques recommended by Toastmaster International also in dealing with table topics. And you came up with 3 items. So that 3 items, your own definition, it came about the keyword life in that topic. So you try to explain what life is, these 3 items. So you brought it also to giving to others, referring to one of the previous topics here. Okay, and the decoction, previous topics here, and trans fat, a previous topic, is all very clever in the club. But don't do it in the contest, because you may be disqualified. Because you are not supposed to refer blatantly to earlier speakers or their contents. That is a disqualification in contest. But in the club, you can do it. We can all enjoy that way. But one important thing is you disagreed. You talked about life. You talked about gift, so many things. But the main force or the direction of the topic is whether the next generation knows about life or does not know. You didn't relate it properly. In the end, again, you made simply a statement. Next generation knows everything. We have to believe you and then trust you and take that for granted. Actually, you didn't establish that main direction of that, but you dealt very well with the other aspects. The next topic, do visit zoos. Animals love to see human beings. Who will take this topic?
Sir, I will take the topic.
Who is that?
Raja Balaji.
Yes, sir. You are welcome. Are you a Toastmaster?
I'm from Coimbatore Toastmaster Club, CTC.
Oh, very good. Welcome from Powai. Raja Balaji, you can do this topic now.
Do visit zoos. Animals love to see human beings. I disagree that animals won't love humans. Human beings only love to see animals, because animals are in zoos and they are in same position for a long period of time. They are in very stress. How do you know animals love a human being? Do you have any contact with animals? Do you have any communication with animals? They are just in the zoo for a long period of time. Even a lion is a king of jungle. He is in the zoo in small square foot of room. Do you think he loves a human being? Lion loves human being? Just open the zoo. You think what will you happen? Just he will eat anyone. He is in angry. That is what will happen. Animal won't love human beings if it in the zoo. That is what I am saying. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you very much. You straight away took a very clear, distinct idea how to deal with this topic. You disagreed with that straight away. Very good. And you explained it nicely. The logic was there. You started seeing the human beings are putting the animals into the cages. They don't like it. You could have developed a lot more on that, but probably you quickly finished it. So you did deal with the concept of zoo, the animals and human beings, and you said they don't love human beings. So all the keywords you have attacked. Only thing is you could have developed it a little more time and you could have made it a little more humorous. There is a lot of scope for humor in this topic. So what is the timer's report? How many minutes are there?
40 minutes over.
Over. Then I will close this, or shall I give one more topic? Any one person interested? Quick.
I'll take it up, sir.
Okay.
Who is that?
No, go ahead, Vidura.
Yeah.
Vidura?
Yes, sir.
I hope there's a tough topic coming for you. How can you be a married bachelor? For you, because you are a man. Or Spencer, if there's a lady is taking the topic. How can you be a married bachelor? Toastmaster Vidura.
Okay. Thank you, table topic master. And I am a perfect man, not a perfect man to speak on this because I am currently a bachelor, not a married bachelor. But I will say from the perspective of my dad, he is also a married bachelor because my mom goes to office at 9 o'clock, comes at 8 and watches phone and cook for the dinner and then she sleeps. He will also be like me from the day to morning. Vidra, what is the movie we are going to see today? What are the news and what are the action items he can do? He is still a married bachelor. I don't know he is going and speaking with my mom daily because she is having some other routine and he is having a different routine. Now he is in complete rest. He wants to go to temple. My mother wants to go to office. So it is a complete drastic difference between both. Even though they are married, they are both living as a bachelor life like me. I am also coming at morning 4 o'clock and leaving at 11:30 a.m. to the office. So I am also living a bachelor life. My mom is living a different bachelor life and my father is also living a different bachelor life. So I can visualize myself, even being after married, I'll be working the same, goes to office in an untime and comes home. I'm sure my wife will kick out in another 2 days or 3 days after marriage. So over to you, table topic master.
Okay, thank you. Vidura was very clever. As his name says, Vidura is a very wise man. So he was very clever to take a personal example. Directly he went to his home to address this topic, how to do it. About his father, he told about being a married bachelor and all this thing. So he very well related. Once he had gone to his home and the personal experience, he didn't find it difficult to continue his talking because he had something or other to tell about what his father is doing and what his mother is doing, what is happening. So my advice to Vidura will be, if you get married, marry a jobless girl or marry a girl who is working in your office only, so that you will not be a married bachelor. So with that, I finish this one. I will share this full this one with our PP education. She can send it to all others. And there are some more examples. You can see those examples also. And I had one more idea, which I can do it even next week. I can do it. That idea takes only 5 minutes. We will do it in future. Thank you. And back to TTM Venkatakrishna.
Thank you. Let's give a big round of applause for our DTM Sampath Savitharajan for that wonderful table topics. தமிழ்ல சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, கொடுக்கறத கொடுத்து எடுக்கிறத எடுன்னு. நமக்கு என்னென்ன இன்புட்ஸ்லாம் வேணுமோ எல்லாத்தையும் கொடுத்துட்டு நம்ம கிட்ட இருந்து டேபிள் டாபிக்ஸையும் எடுத்துட்டாரு டிடிஎம் சம்பத் சவராஜன் அவர்கள். அவருக்கு எங்களுடைய மனமார்ந்த வாழ்த்துக்கள். This will go a long way in improving the table topic skills of all the participants of today's meeting. Once again, our heartfelt thanks for your time and efforts, DTM Sampath sir. I missed to add one point after the end of the prepared speech session. Can we vote for the best speaker? Zoom master, can you bring the ballot on screen, please?
I have launched the poll. Request everyone to make it.
I hope everybody has completed voting. Without further ado,
No, I think I have been made co-host, so the voting panel is not coming for me.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll just.
Yeah, take me
Yes,
also
sir.
from that, please. Make me also.
Yeah, I
not
got
a
it.
co-host.
Yes. 1 second, ma'am. I request both Sampath sir and Ilavenil ma'am to check now.
Yeah, I have done it already.
Thank
Yes,
you,
it works.
sir.
Thank you. Without further ado, let's move to the unique part of Toastmasters session, which is evaluation. To conduct the general evaluation session, I now hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Mutyada.
Thank you for the thank you again. Now this is a time for evaluation. So now, as I mentioned earlier, there is a quantitative and qualitative evaluation. Now I would like to go with the qualitative evaluation. For this, I would like to welcome the evaluator of the first speaker, Distinguished Toastmaster Pattabhiraman speech. Toastmaster Murugesan, could you please?
No, this is Saravanan here.
No, Toastmaster Saravanan.
Sorry, Toastmaster Saravanan. Sorry. Could you please provide your evaluation?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Paradoxes are useful to attract attention to ideas. DTM Pat's speech also has a plethora of several ideas. There are two things I liked in his speech. The first one was on audience attention. He talked about the dimension of life, how the digital transformation has taken place, right? From pager to smartphone and moving in general to a general theme that is called as paradox. So his introduction as well as the theme were coinciding. See, for example, like from pager to smartphone. So there is a famous saying that if the phone is becoming smart, the user is becoming dumb. That is also a paradox, and that is coming in the form of his theme as well. I like the way he has framed the title. If you keenly notice the agenda, the title was mentioned as today's forecast is to shift from overcast to padcast. That's a brilliant way of coining the title, which brings the attention of the audience and evokes the curiosity of the audience. That was very well done. Second thing I liked is his voice as well as the pacing of the voice and the modulation in that. The volume, pitch and tone of voice is very appropriate for the topic, and it was very well done by DTM Pattabhiraman. Having said that, I have two recommendations as well. The first one recommendation is on the manual itself. If you see the manual, the purpose is clearly mentioned for the speech as the member to introduce his podcast and present a segment of the podcast. That is the segment of the broadcast. So he also clearly mentioned about the multimedia file that is being stored in the internet as podcast. But what I wanted to see here is like, I mean, as if you had gone through that segment of the audio or video file, rather than giving it as in a presentation mode, if you had taken that video file and run that segment, whether it is 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever it is, that would have been much better, so that, I mean, we could have known like, okay, you have done with the podcast and you have uploaded that in the internet and you have taken a segment of that and showcased to us, and that would have been much better. That's what I believe. So what I did is like, I mean, the evaluation is based on an informational speech with the presentation. That's what I have evaluated, but ideally it should have been like a podcast that is being evaluated as such. That is the first recommendation I have. Second recommendation is in the introduction, so the time, too much of time has been spent on more of what a podcast is and what paradox means. You could have cut that with some personal stories associated with a theme on like what is this paradox and how you have come up with that in your personal story as such. That would have been more better, so that I mean we would have been really engaged with that thing. Because when we talked about paradox, 1 or 2 paradox, it was okay. Like when we talked about 10 or 12 paradoxes, if you had related to that some personal story, that would have been more entertaining as well. So that is one thing. In summary, I would say you have the gift of glib, and you are able to get the audience attention, and you have excellent pace and voice modulation. If you could have taken those 2 recommendations, it would have been much better. Thank you. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you. Now I would like to welcome the second evaluator, DTM Selvan, to evaluate DTM 11 speech.
What kind of transformation is possible by completing?
I'm sorry to interrupt. Your voice is not audible to us.
Selvam sir, you can switch off your video.
Selvam sir, sorry to interrupt you. We are not able to hear you.
All the possibilities. Can we create a new world, a brand new, beautiful world? General evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, guests, I talk. Okay. Now? Now?
No, sir, we are
Hello?
not able to hear
Yes.
you. Yeah, I think,
Now it is audible?
yeah, it's audible now, sir. Please go ahead. Have we lost him?
1 second, sir. He is.
Yeah. So we are able to see you now. Can you talk?
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Perfect,
Please.
sir.
Yes. Sorry for the bit. What kind of transformation is possible by completing a new path in pathways? What are all the possibilities? Can we create a new world, a brand new, beautiful world? General evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, guests, my target speaker, Ilaveni. Good evening to everybody. As a teacher of astronomy, as a person who always has her eyes at sky level, Ilaveni has her expectation and views are so high to uplift this society, this Toastmaster community. And also, I can see that her views are so candid and honest. First of all, kudos for that. I have not heard such a candid and honest reflection so far. As a true Toastmaster, you started with positive points of pathways. How legacy path helped you achieve transformation from an introvert to a champion speaker. How you emotionally kissed the platform after achieving this ACG 10. Not just that, you also pointed out the positives of pathways also. You pointed out that asking questions in the initial stage lead us in the right direction when we are taking up a path, when we are doing a project. And you also pointed out that first two levels gave a proper introspection in our path. Then only you started stating your own apprehensions about pathways. Does it match our potential? Does it really help uplifting our potential? And you explained that we clearly with that motivate others and storytelling projects. I have to admit that I had similar views and I can really identify with your views. Do I have suggestions for this project? No, actually, I do have a recommendation or request or expectations from you in this. Just like you pointed out, I want to reiterate about that zone of proximal development. When you flied under the guidance of the pilot, you are an empty slate, you filled with learnings. Your next flight may not be with such an experienced pilot, and you may have some, or you may have already learned the art. that was a possibility. So the best way to change a system or procedure is to become the pilot yourself. Now, having completed 2 times the pathways under the legacy system, it is time you take up the hat of a coach, the pilot yourself, and be a guide to help others as a at their proximal development. And I just want to close by saying advance congratulations to bring about a new world with positive transformation in this Toastmaster community as a creative and capable leader. Thank you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Selvan, for your evaluation. So now I would like to have my general evaluation report now. Due to time, we will be having a tag report on offline. So first, let me start with the SAA. So we have started the meeting by 5:02, which is so 2 minutes delay. We have started from the SAA. Maybe Toastmaster Maithili have started with a warm welcome, and it has been hand over to the presiding officer, distinguished Toastmaster Pattabhiraman. So as he need to provide information about Tamil, and he has provided the details of Padi Nairu. And then as maybe the first time I am seeing the secretary report, and it has been called by our secretary, and he has provided with it is like Kannadasan lines and and how he made literatures, and he has provided the information about how the secretary report, and then that started with the Toastmaster of the day, and Shivaram Krishnan, who has done the Pudiyador Ulagam Seivom. So let us make a new world, and he made the maybe in every club Toastmaster of the day will be breaking the meeting or making the meeting, but he has maybe almost now it is time for the new year. Maybe we will call it as Tamil Thai first is New Year from in South Tamil Nadu. It is good for us to get more information about the thing. Then he also provided the positive vibration to entire meeting. And then we go for a prepared speech session. We have 2 speakers, and maybe both was a veteran speakers, and they have prepared very well, and they have provided as per the as per sorry, as per the evaluation purpose and objective. They have met the speeches. Then we will be having the educational session from the DTM Sambat Sauri Rajan, was provided. Maybe it's like some kind of a workshop. It's not an educational session. Who will be called as a workshop where we have to provide the topic and picking the people to make attempt and quick evaluation and moving forward. I hope this will help for the table topic contest for upcoming term. Then we'll be having as a evaluators who has provided the point-to-point evaluation. Will be having a sandwich method of evaluation. They have provided the evaluation of sandwich method, and this is our overall. It will be good if you want about any improvement factor. So first one, as of now, we will be having a virtual. We will be having a attendance, which is the one we are facing for the members. So as of now, it is overall. We'll be having 17 members. We started with 15, and now it is sitting with 17. So overall, the attendance will be maybe it can be we can add few more guests to converting as a members. It can be added. And for the time management, almost we have in 9 minutes lagging here. If you are working on the time and it will be going forward, it will be good for us to upcoming meeting as well. So this is what our overall general evaluation report. And thank you over to Toastmaster of the day.
The exhaustive report. Kudos to you. Thank you very much. We have come to the end of the session. I've chosen the theme as creating a new world, and one of the world that is within us, and that is one of the best world that we have is Tamizhootru itself. Right? How do we make a new world in Tamizhootru is a big question that we all should ponder about. As a founder member of this club, I want to see Tamizhootru as a flourishing club in this year under the leadership of the new executive team taken over with Pat in the helm. There are 3 requests that I would like to put forth in front of the executive team. One is that let's aim for golden gavel one more time. Second, let's bring in an education speaker at least once in a month to make improvements in our speaking style. And last but not the least, let all our members support each other and the executive team to make things work for the club. With that, further ado, I would like to hand over the stage back to our presiding officer for today, DTM Pattabhiram.
Thank you so much, DTM Venkat, for your conduction of this meeting in your own inimitable style. I think the 3 points you mentioned are relevant. Definitely, we have already started giving serious thoughts about it. The golden gavel and the educational session being conducted periodically. Also, mutual support, proper understanding amongst ourselves and mutually supporting others. Definitely, it shall take place. Okay, quickly, next week வந்து நமக்கு வந்து பொங்கல் themed meeting இருக்கு. ஒரு டிபேட் ஃபீச்சரோட டாபிக் செலக்ட் பண்ணியாச்சு, நான் அனௌன்ஸ் பண்ணியாச்சு. டாபிக் வந்து வாழ்க்கை. 1 minute, my battery is low. வாழ்க்கை போராட்டமா அல்லது பூந்தோட்டமா அப்படின்னு வச்சிருக்கோம். நம்ம தமிழ்நாட்டில் 3 மெம்பர்ஸ் பேசுறான்றது தெளிவாயிடுச்சு. செல்வம், மைதிலி அண்ட் குந்தவி. முதல்ல நாங்கள் என்ன நினச்சோன்னா மிக்ஸ்அப் வச்சுக்கலாம். இன்ஸ்டெட் ஆஃப் ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் கிளப்புக்கு ஒரு சைடும் இன்னொரு கிளப்புக்கு இன்னொரு சைடு கொடுக்கறதுக்கு பதிலாக மிக்ஸ் அண்ட் மேட்ச் வைக்கலான்னு. உங்களுடைய ஒப்பீனியன் என்ன, சுகந்தி அண்ட் கோ? இல்ல நம்ம ஒரு இது எடுத்துப்போம், அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு சைடு கொடுத்துருவோமா? போராட்டம் பூந்தோட்டம். அவங்க வந்து
என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னு பார்க்கலாம் சார். செல்வம் சார் அட்லீஸ்ட் இருக்காங்க.
மிக்ஸ் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ஐ திங்க் மிக்ஸ் அப் இஸ் பெட்டர், பட் யூ ஹேவ் டு ஆஸ்க் தட் அதர்.
அதான் மிக்ஸ்அப்புக்கு இன்னும் சரியான ரிப்ளை வரல. பட் அவங்க பொதுப்படையா என்ன பண்ணாங்க, பூந்தோட்டம் நாங்க எடுத்துக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னாங்க.
தென் ஓகே, தென் we will go for.
அப்ப நம்ம நீங்க 3 பேரும் போராட்டத்தை ஃபேவர் பண்றீங்களா?
போராட்டத்தை நடத்திடுறோம்.
ஓகே, போராட்டத்திலையும் வெற்றி கிடைக்குமே நமக்கு. ஓகே, அது ஸோ அதை பற்றி தகவல்கள் கூடிய விரைவில் வந்துடும் நமக்கு. எஸ், ஸோ மற்றபடி ஃப்ளையர்ஸ் அதெல்லாம் வந்து கூடிய விரைவில் இந்த சமயம் வந்து நம்ம அஜெண்டாவை கொஞ்சம் சீக்கிரம் போட்டுருவோம். புதன் வியாழனுக்குள்ள போட்டுட்டா அது தெரியும். இது வந்து நீங்க டிபேட்டுக்கு நீங்க 3 பேரும் ப்ரிப்பரேஷன் பண்ண ஆரம்பிக்கலாம். நடுவர் வந்து டிடிஎம் வேணு நீலகண்டன் அவர் வராரு. அதான் ஒரு முக்கியமான தகவல் இதை பற்றி.
வரிசை முடிவாயிடுச்சா சார்?
எது செல்வன்?
வரிசை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செகண்ட் தேர்ட்.
அது நீங்க உங்க 3 பேத்துக்குள்ள நீங்க எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ் பண்ணீங்க. அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அந்த டீடைல்ஸ் வந்துடும் உங்களுக்கு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நம்பர் வந்து அந்த ரேப்பிங் அப் வருவார் ஒன்ஸ் அகைன். உங்க இது நீங்க முடிவு பண்ணிக்கிங்க, யார் முதல், யார் செகண்ட், யார் தேர்ட்ன்றது. அதே போல அவங்க அந்த ஒன்லி திங் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பர்சன், த பர்சன் ஹூ லீட்ஸ் வில் கம் அகைன் டு சம்மரைஸ். ரைட், ஸோ குயிக் ஃபீட்பேக். நம்ம இவங்க இருக்காங்களா? எஸ் புவனேஸ்வரி, your quick opinion about the program and is your mental readiness to join. Bhuneshwari, you are with us?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you can open your video, great. Each irundha venda. All right. Yeah, we are able to see.
Yeah, it was great, and the speeches were really great, and the table topic education session, I really liked it. I just have few queries on like how Tamil speeches will be done and something like that. So maybe I will reach out to you or VP to get the details. But yeah, I will like to join this Toastmasters Club.
So Pongaludan Pirakalama, Bhuneshwari.
Yeah, I think so.
அடுத்த வாரம் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் மீட்டிங், themed meeting. Do come, definitely. We will include you in the guest group.
Sure.
And over a period of time, you can take membership. So we look forward to you are joining us. That will add strength to us because they are going to Toastmastering experience, right? Yes, Murugesan, quick thoughts. Murugesan garden lurkar bola irukku, right? Raja Balaji, நீங்க கொஞ்சம் yes. Yes, Murugesh.
மீட்டிங் ரொம்ப நாள் கழிச்சு திருப்பி வந்தது ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கு. இன்னும் வரக்கூடிய மீட்டிங்ல நானும் பங்கேற்பேன் என்று உறுதி கூறுகிறேன். ஒரு பேச்சாளராக இருக்கேன் என்பதை தெரிவித்துக்
Oh, you're representing Ten Tamil Padipagam.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
right. Right. Thanks for your
done. Nandri.
Thank you. Raja Balaji.
சார் உங்க ஸ்பீச் உண்மையாலுமே நல்லா இருந்துச்சுங்க சார். உங்களோட பிபிடி, உங்களோட இந்த கம்யூனிகேஷன், உங்களோட இந்த இன்டராக்ஷன், ஆடியன்ஸோட இன்டராக்ட் பண்ணது, ரொம்பவே உங்களோட ஸ்பீச், உங்களோட வொக்காபுலரி வேர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே நல்லா இருந்துச்சுங்க சார். எல்லாமே எனக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்துச்சு. அடுத்து நம்ம டேபிள் டாபிக் மாஸ்டர் சம்பத் அவரோட எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன், டேபிள் டாபிக் இப்படிதான் இருக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு டெஃபினேஷன் வந்துட்டு இங்கதான் நான் கத்துக்கிட்டேன். இன்னும் அவர்கிட்ட நிறைய கத்துக்கணும்னு நான் எதிர்பார்க்கிறேன். இன்னும் நிறைய மீட்டிங்ஸ் நான் வருவேன். உங்களை எப்படி தெரியும்னா, எனக்கு வந்து தமிழ்ல பேசணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஆர்வம் இருக்கு. நார்மலா பேசுவேன், ஆனா அந்த ஃப்ளூயன்ட்டா இப்ப மேடையில நின்று பேசுறது அளவுக்கு எனக்கு ஒன்றும் அந்த அளவுக்கு வரல. அதனாலதான் தமிழ் கிளப் இருக்கான்னு நம்ம டிஸ்டிங்விஷ் டோஸ்ட் மாஸ்டர் மயூர் கோயம்புத்தூர் சிடிசில இருக்காரு, அவர்கிட்ட கேட்டு அப்புறம் அவர் உங்களுக்கு இந்த லிங்க் எனக்கு இந்த லிங்க் காமிச்சு அது மூலியமா நான் உங்களுக்கு ஜாயின் பண்ணி வந்திருக்கேன். இன்னும் வருவேன்னு நான் எதிர்பார்க்கிறேன். நான் கண்டிப்பா வருவேன்.
ஃபியூச்சர் மீட்டிங்ஸ் கண்டிப்பா வாங்க. உங்களுக்கு மனம் இருந்தால் நீங்க இதுல உறுப்பினராகவும் சேரலாம். வெல்கம் பாலாஜி. எஸ் மோகன் பி. A quick feedback.
Yeah, I like the Sampath sir session. It's very good, really informative, and I also like to come for more sessions hereafter regularly. And sir, and I would like to know what is the procedure for joining the membership.
Okay, எங்களோட உங்க நம்பர் எங்களுக்கு கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா எங்க மெம்பர்ஷிப் பர்சன் will contact you.
Okay, sir. I will text to Virudur sir. Like share my number now.
Yes.
Yeah, Morgan, I will contact you.
Toastmaster Vidurar will contact you, and we look forward to your membership and strong presence in your club. Great, Morgan. Any other points, Suganti?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
No, so we just need a grammarian for next week's meeting. So if any member is interested, I request him to please send me a private message. Thank you.
Oh, மத்த இதெல்லாம் fill ஆயிடுச்சு, grammarian only தான்
ஆமாங்க.
balance இருக்கு. Right, so it's a great advancement. Second, we had a nice meeting, we opened, and we are building momentum, and we will continue the momentum to make it a glorious, great, grand, glorious, my 3 Gs by the time we hand over the baton to the next team. Thank you so much.
5G வேணும் சார். இப்போ
வந்துரும். இன்ன அதுக்குள்ள இன்னும் 2 G சேர்த்துறோம், don't worry. And
பழசாயிடுச்சு.
but still effective. Okay, on this positive, pleasant and productive note, I adjourn today's meeting to next Sunday, so which is going to be a grander one in multi-dimension. Thank you so much. Okay, now the recording can stop.
Thank you.